Somebody hit me up a messenger, and I had to correct him. He says, we don't have no feminine. No, we're masculine. But we need to tap it. You know, the Christ fluid, the cerebrum, that empty sac, that's what we must have love. And we must be timid with ourselves, but in a way that's explorative, but in the right fashion. So I explained to him that the right hemisphere, because the masculine, the right hemisphere is the feminine. We must tap into it to be able to connect it. If we don't, our blood stays putrid. The more people smoke, the more alcohol you drink, especially unnatural, that blood is dead in you. Hence 10. And the system knew that they would create you from your original creation. So crossing over into that, it can only happen by abstinence, people. But at the same time, if you're going to connect and make love with a woman, with a man, women, you must first forego all the foolishness, and you must allow yourselves to meld into one another, even if it's by half chance or for a moment. It must be simply based on the order of love, not out of chaos. And most times, the love that we extradite ourselves to is out of chaos. There are emotions and feelings, and those emotions and feelings have nothing to do with the truth of who we are in existence. Yes, to call one another putrid would be correct, not a fallacy. The fallacy is that we are putrid, and it's correct statement. And until people want to elevate themselves. So when I say grand rising, it means that you rise above the situation, the occasion. In elevation, you elevate that, but it's through principles based deep in practices. So you must learn how to breathe. You must learn how to magnify oneself. It's not the grand words. It's not the illusion of phonetics. It is not some false phenomenon. We are beyond reproach. Yes, yet we have been approached and reproached upon. Listen to me. There is nothing no one can do to you. Nothing no one can do to you unless you allow it. Unless you allow it. You must allow yourself to feel what you have never felt. And in doing so, it's part of the culmination. But at the same time, know the day you were born, the hour and the year. Don't think time. Think in the moment and in the presence. Know the day you were born, the time and the hour. That specific. And then you take that, and that is the time when you do nothing but breathe and manifest. For you allow that chakra rising and dissension, which dissension has already happened. Okay? Now you must allow it to rise beyond, so that for the blood could be blue. We say blue, but green. Blue again. It's a very ominous, but it can be pure and made new, made whole. That is your longevity. And also pay attention to what you consume if you choose to consume not. For everything we take in is consumption. The lower parts is all sexual, it's all the erratic behavior, it's the envy, the hate, the sacrilege, scrotum, the oval. This is the lower self, who you are not. That is implication of who you are, but you are supposed to rise above that, be paramount to your existence, and your existence is beyond all that which you believe exists, because they killed all the truth sayers and made them out to be villains and criminals. They burnt the witches, right? I told you to go to some of the grave sites. They're Negroes. Winston-Salem, those are Negro women they burnt who knew the old ways. How did they get them? Betrayal, through sacrilege, false religions and doctrines and teachings. If I am lying, prove me wrong. And that can be with any and everybody. People are going to look and be like, oh, there goes the hoe. Oh. That's the lower self. That has nothing to do with anything. You do not give rationale nor reasoning to any of that. You allow yourself to detach from that which keeps you abhorrent, keeps you out of order, keeps you running in a... See, they use it, but they use it in a perversion. Yes, you can take all that and rise to the occasion, and then that which was created and lost to the truth, that's the purgatory. That's what they deem, consciously and subconsciously, and in that they enact, not with gratuity, but with hate and malice, because they don't enlighten. These are the falsitudes. These are, when you think about the Bible, who are they? They're the false representation of the Christ factor. Jacob's ladder, 33rd vertebrae, 33rd degree. I pose to you to seek that which you know not. And when you start doing that, you will come into the reality of things that you have never thought. You will find you'll find more calmness. And believe me, it would be beautiful. Every morning, my rant's I'm full of love, and it's going to be an act. But it's going to be an act. It's going to drive those with fiction in their heart, fiction in their being, and fiction in how they stand. It's going to drive them some kind of way to the lower self. I'm not putting them there. They have acquiesced to that. That is who they are, and how they exist. I got to get some gas, and I'll be chatting with y'all later.